Hello friends, welcome to my channel where we tell you a new and sensational crime story every time. If you want to be a part of this exciting journey with us, then do subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon nearby so that every story of ours reaches you first. From Haldwani via Bimtal, Nainital, Raniket, Almora, etc., on the same road that leads to the hill towns, go 4 to 5 kilometers ahead of Ranibag. There's a place with small and big dabas and restaurants on the roadside. Tourists and travelers often stop at Salbi to have tea and breakfast. On the evening of May 16, 2019, a car was found burnt on the roadside at a deserted place near this Salbi village. The person sitting in the car was also burnt to coal. When the villagers saw the burning car, they somehow extinguished the fire and then informed the police. As soon as the information was received, the Bimtal police reached the spot. The person sitting on the front seat of the car was burnt so badly that it became almost impossible to identify him. However, from the fact that a piece of jeans pant and a number 7 leather shoe were saved from burning, the police guessed that the deceased was a man. The number plate was burnt, but the police were successful in noting down the chassis number of the car. It was not clear to the police whether it was a murder or an accident. Hence, after taking necessary action on the spot, the police had the car transported to the police station along with the dead body. After returning to the police station, the station in charge sent the chassis number to the RTO and made an online request to trace the car owner. On May 17, 2019, Neelam, a resident of Samia Colony, Udham Singh Nagar, reached Kotwali Rudrapur police station and told them that her husband, Avtar Singh, had been missing along with the car since the previous day. Neelam stated that she had gone with her husband to get her checkup done. Then, her husband received a call from someone. Avtar told Neelam that he had to go to Nainital and asked her to wait for him as he would return soon. Neelam kept waiting in Haldwani, but Avtar never returned. His phone also got switched off. The car Neelam had described, a Ranvar model, was found near Salbi in a burnt state. Hence, the Kotwal informed Neelam about the situation and advised her to go to Bimtal police station. Neelam Choudhury had a heavy burden on her heart and a storm of apprehensions in her mind. She left for Bimtal police station. When she reached Bimtal, her father-in-law, Gulzar, and her brother-in-law, Jagtar, also followed her and reached the Bimtal police station. The burnt car was parked in the station premises. It was burnt so badly that it was difficult to identify it. Since it was not possible for Neelam and her family to identify the car, the police personnel took them to the mortuary, where the body was kept safe for post-mortem and forensic examination. What was left of the dead body? It was just a burnt lump of flesh, only a part of the stomach remained. Apart from that, pieces of jeans pants and the sole of a burnt shoe, number 7, were left unharmed. Gulzar and Jagtar identified the body as Avtar. After the identification of the body, the post-mortem of the deceased was conducted. The body was then handed over to Gulzar Singh for cremation. However, he buried the body instead. That same evening, the police received the post-mortem and forensic investigation reports. Both reports were almost identical. Forensic expert Dr. Dayal Sharan stated in his report that dust and carbon particles were not found in the throat, trachea, or lungs of the deceased. It was clear that he was not alive when he was burned. Based on this report, it was concluded that Avtar was first murdered and then his body, along with the car, was set on fire. On the basis of the post-mortem report, the police registered a case under Section 302 of IPC on crime number 47-2-2019. There was no scope for doubt that Avtar had died due to an accident. It was the result of a deep conspiracy. Hence, SSP Nainital Sunil Kumar Mira formed a special investigation team under the leadership of SP City Amit Kumar to investigate the case and arrest the culprits. To uncover the truth about Avtar Singh Choudhury, his murder, and the disposal of his body along with the car, it was necessary to delve into his background. Avtar Singh was the younger son of Nakshatron Devi and Gulzar Singh, residents of Gasitpur village in Ambala district. He had one sister and an elder brother, Jagtar Singh. Gulzar Singh, a prosperous farmer, later started a chemical factory in Gurugram, Haryana.
After completing his studies, Avtar assisted his father in his business. However, he wanted to establish his own enterprise. With this ambition, he decided to venture into the manpower supply business. Instead of choosing Haryana, he opted for Uttarakhand, as he was from Udham Singh Nagar.
Avtar took charge of manpower supply at an industrial institute in Rudrapur. He started working in Sitkul and secured a major contract for labor supply. As his business flourished, he purchased a house in Samia Colony, Rudrapur. Within 2 years, Avtar Singh's business thrived, prompting him to expand further. Following this idea, he opened a branch of his manpower supply company in Gurugram. His work gained momentum there as well. During his frequent travels to Gurugram, Avtar met Neelam Chaudhary. Neelam worked in her father's factory. She was the daughter of Savita and Kim Singh Tami, a resident of Banal Kali village in Bageshwar district, Uttarakhand. Neelam was exceptionally beautiful, ambitious, and a fashion enthusiast. She was accustomed to a luxurious lifestyle. The immense love of her parents had made her stubborn and headstrong. She studied up to BS, but after college, she decided to carve her own path for the future. The parents of every beautiful, playful, and young daughter wanted to get rid of the debt by marrying their daughter as soon as possible. Neelam's complexion was unique. Hence, the Dami couple worried every moment that their daughter's steps might not waver. Under these thoughts, they started searching for a suitable groom for Neelam.
Neelam wanted to do a job and live the life of her choice, but her parents did not listen to her. Neelam's parents married her to a young man who had a government job. She was a modern and independent girl with independent thoughts. On the contrary, her husband was the Kalyugi incarnation of Manu Shraman Kumar. Her parents were like gods to her, and their service was her religion. On this issue, a dispute started between Neelam and her husband. The dispute grew so much that Neelam left her in-laws and returned to her parents' house. Neelam stayed at her parents' house for a few days. Then, after falling in love with a young man from the neighboring village, she left the mountains and moved to Delhi.
In Delhi, Neelam did small jobs, and in 2003 she moved to Gurugram. With some effort, she got a job in Gulzar Singh's chemical factory at an attractive salary. While working in the factory, Neelam met Avtar. They looked at each other and got attracted. Avtar's greed was Neelam's beautiful face and chiseled body. Neelam's greed was that Avtar was the son of a rich father, besides being handsome and smart. Apart from this, he was also the owner of a big business. Neelam felt that she could spend her life happily with Avtar. When Neelam and Avtar's closeness increased, Avtar started visiting Gurugram repeatedly to meet her. He took Neelam around in his car, treated her at good restaurants, and gave her expensive gifts. Neelam was happy that she had trapped a rich boy. One day, while roaming around, Avtar proposed to Neelam. "I want to make you mine. I know that is why you spend so much on me. The question is, you want to have me, but what will I gain from it?" Neelam questioned. "You got it from my mouth. The owner's son and I am an employee. The difference in our status will not allow love to flourish. I am not pretending to love you for fun." Avtar said confidently, "I have truly loved you, and to fulfill this love, I will marry you. I have already seen one marriage. It was a very bad experience, so I left her and moved to Gurugram." Avtar held Neelam's hand and placed it on his heart. "I will always keep you in my heart and praise you with my eyes." Neelam did not want any doubts in the future, so she said, "I have a condition for marriage. If you agree, then everything is okay. You must tell your family about my past. You also have to tell them that I am 2 years older than you. Only if they agree, I will marry you." "Okay, I will talk to my family," Avtar agreed. When Avtar spoke to his family about the matter, they rejected the relationship. First, she is 2 years older than you. Second, she left her husband. Third, she is not from our background. This marriage cannot happen at all. The magic of Neelam's beauty had worked on Avtar's heart, so he bluntly announced, "I will marry Neelam, or I will remain a bachelor for life."
The family succumbed to Avtar's insistence. After this, Avtar and Neelam got married in January 2006. After the marriage, Avtar started living with Neelam in Rudrapur. With time, Neelam became the mother of a son and a daughter, and the family flourished.
Everything was going well, and the business was also successful until, on May 16, 2019, Avtar Singh Chaudhary went missing from Haldwani and died on the same day. A police team started collecting details of Avtar's movable and immovable property. According to reliable information, Avtar had ancestral and self-made property worth crores. He had made jewelry worth lakhs for Neelam and bought a lot of property in her name. The team also discovered that a few years ago Avtar had insured his life for a huge sum. The nominee in this policy was Neelam. A year before his death, Avtar had gifted a car worth 10 lakhs to Neelam. After his death, Neelam became the heir to all his movable and immovable property. She was the biggest beneficiary of Avtar's death. The investigation team started looking into whether Neelam had hatched a conspiracy to kill Avtar. The police were investigating when, on May 21st, Gulzar Singh made their work easier by filing a written complaint at the Bhimtal police station. In his complaint, Gulzar Singh alleged that Neelam had an illicit relationship with Manish Mishra, which caused Avtar immense mental stress. He suspected that Avtar's murder was the result of a conspiracy between Neelam and Manish Mishra. The needle of suspicion was already pointing towards Neelam. Gulzar Singh's complaint established her as the prime suspect. Hence, on the orders of Amit Kumar, Neelam was called to the police station for questioning. During interrogation, Neelam told the Kathgodam police station in charge the same thing she had written in the missing complaint. Now the police had to determine how much truth Neelam was telling. Amit Kumar assigned the responsibility of verifying Neelam's statement to Rathore.
Rathore took Neelam from Rudrapur to Haldwani and made her mark all the places where Avtar had seen her. How did she get down from the car? How did she go to Dr. Trilakan Singh's clinic? Where did she sit in the waiting room? What special happened in the clinic during that time? By which route and by what means did she return to the bus stand? Some points were confirmed, some were not. The police also retrieved Neelam's phone location and call details from that day. It was revealed that Neelam was indeed at the places she mentioned. However, the police found frequent calls to one number, which belonged to Manish Mishra.
Manish Mishra's family was from Phulpur, Allahabad, and later settled in Jaunpur. After graduation, Manish obtained a diploma in security management and worked as a security supervisor in multiple companies before securing a job inside Seoul, Rudrapur.
After joining the job, Manish rented a flat in Samaya Lake City, where he met Avtar. They became close friends. The police learned that Manish frequently visited Avtar's house and got along well with Neelam. Rumors of their affair had spread. On May 21st, Neelam was taken into police custody. Manish was also detained from his flat. Both were interrogated separately, and the bloody conspiracy Neelam hatched to kill her husband was exposed. Singh had a very colorful past while taking care of the house. Avtar needed such a companion. With the passage of time, Neelam became the mother of 2 children.
Now, her body no longer had the same magic. Despite this, she was maintaining herself and still looked young and beautiful. There is a certain age for a man's sexual desire. When the heat of beauty and youth subsides, he starts concentrating on other things. Avtar Singh had a business in Rudrapur and Gurugram. As the business grew, the desire to earn more money also increased. This greed reduced the passion he once had for his wife. As Avtar became busier, Neelam started getting angry. She was one of those women who wanted her husband to always lie in her lap and keep praising her beauty. Whenever Avtar Singh went to Gurugram for 2 to 4 days, lonely nights started stinging Neelam. Meanwhile, Avtar Singh became friends with Manish Mishra and started visiting his house. Manish's sharp eyes recognized that Neelam was craving attention. Avtar Singh was cunning, but he had made a mistake in understanding his wife and in choosing Manish as a friend. The lines of displeasure on Neelam's face and her dissatisfied eyes told Manish that she was an easy target. First, he won Avtar's trust. Manish became his best friend, so much so that Avtar started entrusting him with the responsibility of taking care of his house whenever he was away. Manish lived alone in Rudrapur and had plenty of time. Whenever he visited Avtar's house, he would praise Neelam's cooking, her dresses, and even her beauty. He often said, "Bobby, you are 100% perfect." If a husband stops praising his wife and fulfilling her desires, her beauty starts to fade.
Some women compromise with the situation, waiting for a change. But women like Neelam seek revenge. Manish was fueling that revenge by provoking her emotions.
Soon, Manish started coming to Neelam even in Avtar's absence. He was getting closer to her. Neelam had started going on morning walks with him. There was a lot of laughter and playful teasing between them.
During that time, Avtar Singh was in Gurugram. Initially, he planned to return soon, but he had to stay 2 more days. Avtar kept talking to Manish over the phone, while Manish kept calling Neelam, trying to win her heart.
That evening, when he called, he sensed that Neelam was upset. He realized she was angry about Avtar's extended stay. Sensing an opportunity, he told Neelam, "I would love to have a delicious meal made by you today." Neelam, excited for company, agreed. "Come in the evening," she said. "My loneliness will also fade away." Manish arrived on time. Coincidentally, it started drizzling in the evening. In a playful mood, he took a bottle from Avtar's cupboard and poured himself a couple of drinks. Neelam fed the children and put them to sleep in their room before sitting with Manish. Manish insisted that she have a drink too. As the liquor loosened her emotions, Manish whispered, "Bobby, the drizzling rain has made the weather so romantic." Neelam sighed and said, "For me, it is always the season of sorrow. Avtar is no longer mine, nor do my desires matter to him. He is only running after money." "Bobby, he is making a mistake by ignoring a beautiful and youthful wife like you," Manish said, looking into her eyes. "How does he not see it? Ask me how I live, how I spend my nights." Neelam, her heart heavy with emotions, replied, "I did not marry to burn alone every night." Manish leaned closer and said, "Why are you wasting your life? Stop waiting and start living." She looked at him, searching for meaning. "I would learn to live," she said, "but one needs a companion who can make the journey of life beautiful." Manish placed his hands on her shoulders, looked deep into her eyes and whispered, "I have been waiting for you to say this, Neelam. From the very first day I saw my ideal woman in you. I started loving you." Neelam's breath quickened. Turning her head back, she sighed, "Yes, Manish, I have also started loving you. I am very lonely. Will you be my companion?" Manish had played his cards well. He knew that Neelam would not only fulfill his desires but also bring him wealth. He understood that before winning a woman like Neelam's heart, he had to win her body. Lifting her in his arms, he carried her to the bedroom. After laying her on the bed, he closed the door, then joined her, fulfilling her unspoken desires. That night changed everything. Now Neelam was madly in love with Manish. He started staying at her house frequently, and the two of them were often seen together. Soon, rumors of their affair spread in Samia Lake City. The news eventually reached Avtar's ears. At first, he refused to believe it, but one day, he caught them in the act. Devastated, he immediately banned Manish from coming to the house and started controlling Neelam. However, by then, their love had reached a point where separation felt unbearable. Manish had a plan. He knew that Neelam was the legal heir of Avtar's property worth crores. She was also a nominee in his insurance policy worth 50 lakh rupees. If Avtar was out of the picture, Manish could become a wealthy man. Driven by greed, he convinced Neelam to get rid of Avtar. She agreed without hesitation. Together, they plotted his murder. Manish involved his friend Ajay Yadav, promising him a hefty sum. On the morning of May 16th, Neelam asked Avtar to go to Haldwani for a medical checkup. He agreed. Before leaving, under the pretense of extreme heat, she dissolved the powder of 10 sleeping pills in a glass of Glucon-D and gave it to him. As they drove, Avtar felt drowsy and lay down in the back seat. Once he was unconscious, Neelam took the wheel and reached Haldwani, where Manish and Ajay were waiting. She handed them the car and went to Dr. Trilochan Singh's clinic for a checkup, creating an alibi. Meanwhile, Manish and Ajay drove the car to a deserted place, strangled Avtar to death, and set the vehicle on fire near Salbi. They had brought petrol in a can for this purpose. Later, after the police investigation, Ajay Yadav was also arrested. Friends, if you like this story, please like the video, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.